Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you all are doing well. Man, it's been a minute since I got the opportunity to do a full video, man. It's been a while because I actually jacked up my hand, took me out of commission for a little bit, but now I'm back better than ever. Well, at least almost back to normal, but I'm able to use my hands, so I'm back at Red Dead Online. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the fastest way you can make some money with the Moonshiner role. But before I get into that, man, if you enjoy this type of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Continue to help me grow. Also, do me a favor and hit that notification bell so that you are alerted the next time that I drop a new video. Yep, Madame Mazar's right there. And now that that's out of the way, yo, let's get right to it. Now, the Moonshiner role is a really fun role. You have an opportunity to make some money and some XP, but you want to be able to maximize that. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can maximize that so that you get more runs in a short amount of time. And that's how you're going to be able to make more money, is to being able to produce more moonshine and do more moonshine runs. But one of the first things you want to do is you want to make sure you move your moonshiner camp into an area where that the routes when you're doing the moonshiner runs are easier to navigate through. You don't want to move into an area where there's a lot of hills and valleys, because then you have to take the moonshiner cart through there, and it sometimes gets tough, man. If you tip over that wagon, it's a wash and you lose all your moonshine bottles. So you want to make sure you move your camp into an area. Well, let that be one of the first things you do. Move your camp into an area to where there's less hills and easier terrain to be able to do the moonshine run. Now, if we look at the camp, when I move my moonshiner shack, I like to move it around messing in the post because it's an easier, quick trips. You know, there are not many hills and valleys you can get stuck on. If you have them up near the heartlands, you're going to have to go through a lot of tough areas. Same thing if you move it over in this way. It's going to be a lot of tough areas that you have to go through. And even if you move them over here, like closer to Armadillo, it's a lot of, it's a desert, so it's a lot of caves, a lot of mountains you got to go through. It just makes it a little bit tougher for you to move your wagon. But I like having my moonshine shack up in this area. Again, like I said, it's easier routes. And then the second place I like to have it is over in this area. Is again, it's easier routes. So pick your poison, man, but you want to make sure the area that you're putting your moonshine shack in has easier routes. And the only way you're gonna do that is by testing out, move the camp around, and then do a run. And if it's tough, then move it again, man, and get to an easier area. Like I said, around here is easy. Over and all over on this side of the map is pretty easy, except for when you get up into this area up here. But other than that, it's all pretty easy, man. Okay, so the Moonshiner role gives you a couple of ways to make money. Doing bootlegger missions over here with Maggie and do the story mission will give you money and XP. Bootlegger missions will give you money and XP as well. But the real money is in the moonshine. So when you come down here and you're making your moonshine, like I said, I got a moonshine run ready to go. You want to make sure that you're making weak moonshine, because when you make weak moonshine, you have a lesser time for a cooldown than the higher brands of moonshine. The stronger the moonshine, the longer it's going to take to make. So you want to stay away from the stronger moonshine. You want to always make weak moonshine, because weak moonshine, the cooldown is like 20 to 30 minutes. The stronger the moonshine, it's like an hour for a cool time. This is real time. It's an hour. So if you make a moonshine and you got to run, you got to wait an hour. That's less times you're going to have to be able to make those moonshine runs. So weak moonshine is the way to go. And the price of weak moonshine to strong moonshine is like just a little bit more. It's not as significant as you may think. It's just a little bit more. So you can make the weak moonshine, make it at that lesser price, but be able to make more of it and be able to do the runs more frequently. That's how you're gonna be able to make more money. Now look, even with me making weak moonshine with a specific client, he's gonna pay me almost almost $200, $180, $20 shy of $200, right? And that's just with weak moonshine. So if I'm able to do that every 20 minutes, now I'm stacking my cash opposed to only being able to do this run once every hour. And then even a minimum, if I don't have a specialty moonshine, even the minimums, there's $115. So I'm able to do this run multiple times and get that $115 every time. Like, again, opposed to it being an hour, and now I'm only getting one run in an hour opposed to the 2 or 3 that I can get in within an hour. So you obviously want to always pick the guy that's going to pay you most. Now look how easy this run is that I have to take. It's just right up here. It's just a quick, short run because I have it in this area. That's one of the perks of having your moonshine shack in this area, because it's short little runs. You're either going to be going to this shack or that shack, but it's short, quick little runs. Now the only downside is that it is at night, so gotta have your night vision on, because it is foggy up here. That's the only downside. It is foggy up here, so gotta have your night vision. But it doesn't really matter because you have plenty of time to get it to the destination. Now, when you get to this checkpoint, don't ever stop. Just keep going. See, they just disappeared. There was no need for me to do anything. Just keep going. Boom. Easy run. Easy, easy run. And I hit a bump, so I lost one bottle. Boom. Look at that XP. Look at that money. So as soon as you get done with the run, you want to come back and start another one. Now, like I said before, you want to stick with the weak moonshine because it takes 30 minutes to produce. That's 30 minutes for a cooldown. Once it's done, every 30 minutes you'll be able to get a run in. Average moonshine is 45 minutes, and the strong moonshine is, like I said, it's an hour. So the strong moonshine pays a little bit more. Like I said, each one of them pays a little bit more, but you don't get to do that many runs. You get to do 2 weak moonshine runs in an hour, opposed to one strong moonshine run that you get done with it within an hour. And the weak moonshine, like I said, you can be able to sell it to a buyer for $180, depending on if you're making that specialty. You see, so if I make any one of these, I'm getting $180. I can do this twice in an hour, and I'm getting $362. And that's what you want to do, man. You want to make that weak moonshine. Pick the higher end between the 165 and the 181. Pick the 181 if you have the ingredients. Do that, and you're doing that twice, getting $362 in an hour, opposed to making one strong moonshine run and getting a little bit less than that. So that's what you want to do in order to make a lot of money fast in the moonshiner rolls. Focus on the weak moonshine so you can do those multiple runs and get those runs in. And when you have that downtime while your mash is brewing, do a bootlegger mission. Do a story mission from the moonshiner roll, because that's going to give you XP and money as well. And that'll knock out some time. So by the time you get done with the bootlegger mission, you come back, your mash is ready, and you're ready to do a run. And you just rinse and repeat that constantly. And you're making, like I said, $362 every hour. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope it was helpful in some way, shape, or form. And if it was, man, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because I make guide and tip videos all the time. And by hitting the subscribe button, it'll ensure you don't miss the next video. Like I said, guys, hopefully this has helped get that money, and make that moonshine. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Hey, Outlaws, if you enjoyed that video, then check out this next video. That's some more Red Dead Online content.